Hey, howdy there again, folks. Vegan, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Coming back at you, another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I played a series of videos where I go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink the stuff, then I talk about the stuff. I let you know all that you need to know about food, and drinks, and eating and drinking, and, the whole consumption of the things. And basically, I go over there, I use the old gullet to consume some stuff, then I use the same gullet to go over there and spit out words and describe what I just consumed. While I'm doing so, got Peter Can Thunderbolt poster, got some Marvel figures. There's a hamster set up over there. You might see a hamster running around. That's a thing. Okay. There's also hamsters around me, so you might hear little background noises and stuff. They're doing their hamster stuff. Also, while I do this stuff, I'm usually wearing a cool shirt. Today is no exception. Boom! Yeah. Puppet Master shirt. I got this from a company called Terror Threads. I think I've featured this shirt before in one of my more recent videos. Maybe. But whatever. Yeah, I definitely did. But yeah, excellent company, great shirt quality. Definitely check them out. Also, if you're a horror movie fan, you haven't seen the Puppet Master movies, check those out. First five or 5 to 6 are pretty solid. After that, it's a little bit dicier. But anyway, so what am I here to try for y'all today, folks? Well, we got a threefer because we've got, boom, Wild Bill's Craft Beverage Co. Apple Pie Soda. Boom! Wild Bill's Craft Soda Hot Toddy. And then finally, boom! Wild Bill's Beverage Co. Pumpkin Spice. There we go. Wild Bill's is a company that I have had numerous dealings with. A lot of times they show up, they have stands at conventions, like comic book conventions, anime conventions. The big old stands where you can go over there, you can buy, like a stein, basically, like a metal cup that you can go over there. If you buy the whole thing, you can get free refills and stuff like that. So I'm certainly aware of Wild Bill's. It's why that they're, targeted ads with Facebook and stuff like that. And they had these are like, seasonal for, obviously, with the holidays and everything, the time I'm doing this. And I was like, sure, man. So I went over there, I ordered them up. They got here last week. They've been sitting in my fridge, so finally decided to get around to them. Now, I actually have 3 more that I'm going to go over too, but I'm going to do those in a separate video. 6 would just be too many for one video. Even 3 might be pressing it. So, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start with pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice right off the bat. As I said in one of my other things where I brought up pumpkin spice, it's kind of a divisive flavor. A lot of people feel it's kind of overdone for the holidays. I'm fine with it. It's not my favorite, flavoring in the world. Mint chip, kind of my favorite. Mint mocha. But I like pumpkin spice, and it kind of comes around for Halloween, and then, usually holds out till, more or less Christmas. So, let's give it a shot. I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin-flavored soda. And that's saying some shit, because I've had a lot of soda. Open up the can. And I should mention, regardless of how good or bad these are to me, like I said, these are all available through their website. You can go over there. Literally what I did was, they let me go over there and make my own custom 12-pack. And then they go over there and they send all the stuff out to you. So, let's try Wild Bill's Pumpkin Spice Soda. It smells kind of pumpkin-y. It's not a huge pumpkin smell, which is probably a good thing. I don't think you want it to be a huge wafty smell. Let's give it a shot. Okay. It's got a little thing here. Spicing it up with the perfect balance of cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, and allspice. This is a classic full blend and irresistibly delicious and by no means basic. I would agree with all those things. It's got tasting notes, pumpkin, brown sugar, and nutmeg. Made of pure cane sugar, low sodium, all that good stuff. Okay, right off the bat, it's a tasty beverage. I didn't think that Wild Bill's would, go over there and steer me wrong on this. All the flavors I've had of their stuff have been solid. To varying degrees, but yeah, I've never had one I disliked. But with pumpkin spice, that could have been overly gimmicky. That's not what this is. And yeah, you definitely get cinnamon, you definitely get a nutmeg taste. Um, I would say, for me, it almost goes down like a cola, or maybe like a weaker root beer. Um, something without like a lot of carbonation in it. Yeah, yeah. It almost has a cola aspect to it as well. I wonder if it. Carbonated water. That doesn't really. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know about ginger, and cloves and allspice. I don't have enough experience with to really say one way or another. But yeah, if especially as it goes along, like I said, it's almost like a cola. Uh, Honestly, like if Coke or Pepsi decided to do like a pumpkin spice cola, which I wouldn't be surprised at this point in time. They've done just about everything else. I could actually see it tasting very similar to this. And that's not to say it has an overwhelming cola flavor or anything. That's just kind of what my brain relates it to. And it's about how it feels in the mouth and how it goes down. Different colas and different drinks definitely have different feels as they go down. But yeah, that is rather tasty. There's no funky aftertaste or anything. Um, yeah, I would say, like I said, it could have been overly gimmicky, and it really could have gone over there and just been, you know, kind of ridiculous for the sake of being, a holiday release item. But it's not. It's actually very tasty and really rather good. Like, it's not even something that, you know, a lot of times, like with holiday items, like I did the Mountain Dew Ginger Snapped, which is a recent thing. Go watch that video. Um, or, like the Mountain Dew Voodoo, I did review that. Go watch that video too. With those are things where, excuse me, where I like them as holiday items, and that's about where I need them to be. Have them available once a year, I'll go in on them. This, I could actually see just being a drink. Like, the pumpkin aspect of it is there, but it's not overly pervasive. They did a really good job of balancing it as a soda. So it's not just like, they blended some pumpkin pie and went over there and, put in some cola and just blended it all up together. It's definitely a well put together drink, and that's absolutely to their credit, and something that I would expect from Wild Bill's. Genuinely, I think they're a quality company. So, would I recommend it? 100%. Even if you're not a big fan of pumpkin spice, I genuinely think that you could go with this because it's not heavy enough of a pumpkin flavor that I think it would be abrasive to someone who's not that big into it. But certainly, if you're just interested in trying an interesting drink that actually tastes good, give it a shot. Let's go to the next one. Let's go from pumpkin spice to apple pie. It's got some tasting notes: apple, cinnamon, caramel, all things you'd find in a apple pie. Loaded with the perfect blend of tart and sweet apple flavor. Sprinkled with sugar and spice. Hints of whipped cream and caramel make for a palate-pleasing treat. Interesting. Now, unlike with the pumpkin soda, I've certainly had apple soda before. There's like Manzanita Sol and a number of other like Mexican soda. Like Mexicans seem to love apple soda, and much to our benefit. Like apple soda wasn't a thing that I was aware of until well into my teenage years when it started becoming more available. And man, oh man, like where the hell were we on that? Grape and orange and lemon lime, no apple. We're the land of apples, It's with the dog and the 3.5, 2.5 kids or whatever. Apple pie, right? America. Let's try a soda. Hope I like it. I got 2 of these. Ooh, that smells apple even from here. That is interesting. It has a fruity flavor. I don't know if I would immediately go to apple. Let's give it a shot. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, this one sadly isn't going to get the same level of praise as the pumpkin one did. It's not bad, but my immediate problem that I run into is that I start drinking it and I get sort of a hint of an apple taste, and then I basically want it to taste like an apple soda that I've had before. Like I said, Manzanita Sol or like Mundell's another one or something like that. That's what my brain wants this to be. It is not that. You don't get that nice like sort of fruity, that nice fruity flavor that carries along the tongue and tastes very refreshing. This is a heavier drink. I can see what they were going for, and I do think that you get the tasting notes that they're talking about with the apple, the cinnamon, and even the caramel. Even sort of a bit of a whipped cream. I think they did too much with this one, honestly. It's not bad, but the problem is fundamentally, the thing that you want out of an apple pie is the apple. You need to have that apple flavor. There's too much going on. It overwhelms the apple. You get an undercurrent of apple. That should not be the case. The apple should be at the front, and then the other things should complement it. And in this, it doesn't feel to me like they used enough apple flavoring to really properly get it. And as a result, it feels kind of confused. Like, it's not abrasive or anything, but it's too much going on in one can. Because rather than it being a drink where you get different tasting notes throughout, it's like they're all one big tasting note, and then you're trying to pull away and piece each one together. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, I'm not really digging that one. It's not bad, like I said, but for me, it's too heavy of a drink. I think it needs a more solid direction, in my opinion. Apple. It's not bad, but, compared to, like, the pumpkin pie one, I recommended that one. This one is really if you're just into weird sodas. I can't see this as being like a casual soda for anybody. It's just too heavy. There's too much going on. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to Wild Bills. I really would. I can't give this one my recommendation. It's not bad, but it's definitely not a drink that I would go to if I wanted a refreshing beverage. So, well, I got 2 of them, so okie doke. But Brandon, why did you get 2 if you don't know what they taste like? Because that's how I roll, folks. I'm all in. All right, try the last one. This is one of the most interesting. Hot Toddy. I am familiar with the term hot toddy, not what a hot toddy is or anything associated with it. Excuse me. Refreshing non-alcoholic take on a traditional winter favorite. Simple yet delicious combination of whiskey, lemon, ginger, and honey soothes all of the senses. Okay, so it's an alcoholic drink. That would explain why I haven't tried it. I don't drink much alcohol. Let's look for the tasting notes. We got honey, whiskey, and lemon. I've had whiskey, not in a long time, but I'm loosely aware of what it tastes like, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it says it's non-alcoholic. Yeah, it doesn't really give me much in the way of ingredients, so let's give it a shot. There's another one I've got 2 of, so That's a weird smell. Okay. Sort of lemony, I guess. There's definitely some other stuff. It does have sort of like an almost alcoholic smell to it, which I'm guessing is like the whiskey notes. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Well, what the fuck with that? Boy, does it linger. Okay. Okay. I are confused. It's an interesting drink. I'm uncertain whether or not I like it, which probably isn't a good thing in its favor. It's so weird. This is going to be tough to describe. Boy, does the flavor last. And that's not a great thing in this opinion. Oof. Okay. Um, it's like there's like a savoriness to it that is not something I'm into. And then it has this sort of lingering, sort of sweet lemon taste to it that really sticks in your mouth. Like it does not go away. And it's not pleasant. I mean, it's not overtly unpleasant, like it's not chemically or anything. But it's a weird flavor to just like for it to just keep rolling in your mouth. I mean, there's no alcoholic bite to it. It's not alcoholic. Um, Man, when that aftertaste kicks in. Um, I have no idea if this is a reasonable representation of an actual hot toddy. If it is, then I'm been, gleefully ignorant of its flavor for my entire life because I'm not really digging this. It's so weird. I mean, I could see how. I think I could see how if this was alcoholic, how it would work. Because you would have that alcohol flavor to sort of offset some of the extreme flavors that are going on here. But without that, it's just this weird, savory kind of flavor. I mean, I guess that's sort of, kind of a whiskey-ish flavor. But even then, it's like whiskey without the alcohol. It's kind of taking the stinger out of the bee. It's kind of losing what it's known for. No, I can't. No, I wish. There's another one. I wish I could give it my recommendation. I can't. It's just weird. It's just really weird. Um, with the other one, with the apple pie, like I said, I think that there was just too much going on. It made it a heavy drink. With this, I don't feel like that's the case. I'm definitely understanding every aspect of what's going on with it. But none of it to me is really coming off as something that needed to be a carbonated soft drink. Excuse me. As an alcoholic beverage, it might very well be fine. Ooh. Aftertaste is weird. It's not super bad, but it's not super good. Yeah. No with that one too. Uh I definitely I can't recommend this one, man. I love Wild Bills. I really do. I think they do some good stuff. Um, they've got root beer, they've got a birch beer, they've got Dr Pepper, they've got some other ones. All the other ones I've ever had that were based off more traditional sodas in varying forms have been pretty solid. Yeah, the apple pie and the hot toddy. I don't know, man. I think they flew too high to the sun on wings of wax, and I think that unfortunately they came down with two weird ass cans of soda. That, yeah, like I said, with the pumpkin spice, which is easily my favorite of the three, which is I was kind of like I just tossed that one as a novelty. These were like the two like special ones. With the pumpkin spice one, like I said, that's a genuinely decent beverage. I could just drink that. With these are more along the lines of being gimmicky. Now, I don't think that they set out for that, because it would have been easy enough for them to just overload them with, one flavor or another, apple or whiskey or whatever. And I don't think they did that. I do think they tried to craft something, but I just don't think... I'm just getting the feeling like hot toddy probably shouldn't be a soft drink. And with the apple pie, like I said, I think there's just too much going on, and I think they needed direction. So, yeah, for me, pumpkin spice would be the winner. Apple pie would be a distant second, and then the hot toddy would be way dead and last. I mean, would I recommend it? No. It falls under the same category as the apple pie one. If you're into weird soft drinks, or you're like me and you just want to try interesting stuff, feel free to give them a shot. Maybe you'll get more out of them than I did. I wouldn't get these again, personally. Like I said, I've got all of this left to drink, plus 2 more in the thing. I very well may end up giving those away to one of my more adventurous friends, but we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Good, folks. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, phenomenal rest of your month, monumentous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a pumpkin spice rest of your life, folks, because this was the clear fucking winner, so go with it. And aside from that, if you could do 2 final things for me before I go. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in this world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, even if it doesn't always feel like it. But sometimes you can't. What do you do if you can't? I know I can't do it all the time. Try not to be an asshole. That's like the bare minimum, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Think you can do it. I believe in you. Final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to do. Maybe you're going to go to Wild Bill's. You're going to be like, hey, Wild Bill. Maybe either rework these ones or take them off the menu. Just saying. Maybe let's revise what we're doing. We can do better, I think. I think we can do better. Or maybe don't do that. Maybe go over there, adopt a highway, or plant some trees, or do some good in the world. Something good for you. Especially with the holidays coming up. So, alright, folks, that's going to do it for me. Bye.